What up? Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be exposing the truth on frozen Cokes from Macca's via my own experiment that I'm going to be conducting for the first and last time here on videotape. Now you're probably wondering, how did I get my hands on these here products? You're about to find out.
Welcome to McDonald's, place an order, thanks.
Could I please just get a large frozen Coke?
A large frozen Coke, anything else?
And just a large Coke with no ice? But, come on, like, if you're going to be in the Macca's line, pay attention. You don't need to get beeped. Like, really, that is just cringe.
How do you... Frozen Coke, right?
Yeah. Thanks. He was about as confused as I am about making that order. Nice bloke though, I'll give him that. Thank you. Alright, we have secured the goods, guys. And we are out of here. I'm running like it's stolen because they don't know the travesty I'm about to reveal of one of their hottest products. It's only a short 17-hour drive back for me, so I won't bore you with that. I'll see you back in the office. Now, onto the experiment. My hypothesis is that frozen Coke is merely not even a fraction of the amount of Coke that Macca's Coke is, let alone not even a fraction of the Coke that is real Coke. My aim today is that even this $1 bottle of Woolworths home brand is better than the sad excuse for Coca-Cola they use for frozen Cokes. The first mission is to melt down. Now, I'm very disappointed this didn't come in a see-through cup. I mean, it's probably good for the environment. But the first mission is to melt down this frozen Coke to just the same as the other three examples we have here. Safety first. Yeah, no, I'm just on a construction site. Yeah, big day for me. All right, I think we're getting somewhere, guys. So, how this is gonna work is, we're putting the samples into cups. Yep. In case you couldn't figure that out, by the fact that I've got liquid and I've got cups, it's going in the cup. We're gonna be comparing frozen Coke base of just the melted Coke to Macca's Coke to rip-off cheapest Coke I could possibly find, and hopefully after all that we come to some sort of conclusion on where McDonald's Coke and McDonald's frozen Coke sit on the scale, because we got both opposite ends of the scale. That did not go well. It's gone over the top. Besides what I spilled, everything that was in this cup is now in this cup, and there's a lot of area, volume in this cup compared to this one. So obviously, I think a lot of people know that Macca's Coke isn't really Coke. It's a dumbed down version. So we're not going to be blowing anyone's mind by telling them this isn't real Coke. But I think it will be an interesting contrast between the four subjects here today. Now there's still a hefty amount. This is still about half full, whereas the frozen Coke fully filled that up. So that's the first scam. Although I will say, this cost $1 and this cost $4. Onto the cheap $1 cola, the lowest of the low. If it tastes any better than the frozen Coke, you get a heck ton more volume for the cost here. Definitely a lot more carbonation coming out of the bottle, which is to be expected. Now here we go, onto the big dog, the real deal. Now there's my rough estimate order on how they should sit, taste per cost. cheapest, less cheap, less cheaper, less than less cheaper. The first taste comparison is gonna be between Macca's regular Coke, which I ordered with no ice, and the frozen Coke. Because you would assume that at least these could taste exactly the same, but something's telling me they won't. And just as suspected, the frozen Coke's base liquid is missing a bit of a bitterness. Also, just about 0% carbonation. I'm gonna save the comparison with the cheap cola for last because I think that's gonna be the most wow factor. Now, compared to the real Coke, oh my God. How are they allowed to put that logo on this drink? It's beyond me. That should be illegal. That's false advertising, fraud, and these are all allegations. These are my allegations, personal opinions. I don't want to get defamation. McDonald's Australia could probably take me down. This is my personal opinion. Nothing I say or do reflects upon real life scenarios. This is a fictional story. This is fictional storytelling. Frozen Coke, watered down, tastes like a melted Zupa Duper cola. You don't see Zupa Duper whacking Coca-Cola brand all over their Zupa Duper. No, they know it ain't compare. I do want to try the Macca's Coke and the Coke because, gee, I don't even know if they can get away with calling their Coke Coke. Okay, I think that they just can. But in the frozen spectrum, Coca-Cola is a far overused and abused trademark. Now, on to the moment that you guys have all been sitting there on the edge of your seat, watching until the end of this entire video and smashing like, waiting for this moment.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
I've had it all wrong. I've had it complete. I've been comparing it to the cheap cola. I haven't even tried the Mac. Oh my God. That's the ultimate non-bias experiment. I've just, without even knowing, completed the ultimate unbiased experiment. Because I thought I switched them around. Oh my God. You must have been sitting there looking at me going, when is this idiot gonna realize? So what have we learnt from that? That the cheap $1 cola is pretty close to the real deal. Now, where does the Macca's, oh my God. I knew it! It's horrible as well! I cannot believe, first of all, I made such a mistake. Second of all, that it has actually kind of paid off in the long run. I swear on my life, that was not an intentional mistake. You know what? Macca's regular Coke, allegations, but I don't think that should be on the cup. Because that and that, very different. But for a quarter of the price for this whole bottle compared to a large cup, Woolworths home brand cola tasted more accurately to Coca-Cola. So much of the fact that I was actually complacent with the fact that it was. Holy guacamole. This has been eye-opening. I think that concludes it. The only thing I think separating Macca's watered down frozen Coke and Macca's off-tap Coke is the carbonation and a little bit more of the oomph and the bitterness. So, the cheapest cola I could find stood up extravagantly well compared to McDonald's versions of Coca-Cola. Now, allegations. This is purely my fictional thoughts and opinions because this is allegedly the furthest thing from Coca-Cola that I've ever seen the Coca-Cola logo on. I'm talking about the frozen and the non-frozen. Allegedly. But these guys are onto something. They've nailed it. That is actually, for the price, about as close to Coca-Cola as we can get here. So, that settles it. There we go. That's why I think, allegedly, frozen Coke from McDonald's is a scam. That's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure you smash subscribe because I think it's about time we start smashing subscribers. Now, before you do go, I purchased every single packet of shapes, Arnott's shapes. So if you would like to see some kind of thing along the lines of these, which you never know what I'll come up with, then smash like. If 120 people smash like, I'll make a shapes Arnott's every flavor video. It probably won't just be ranking every flavor of shapes because that's a bit boring. And you know me, I'll chuck a little bit of a twist on it. So get excited for that. And on that note, au revoir.